When Geraldine and I tell our girls about growing up in the 80s and 90s, it's like talking about a whole different planet.
We used to play outside till the street lights came on.
We drank straight out of the water hose, ran everywhere, explored, got lost, got hurt, busted our knees, our heads, and our butts. Nobody knew where we were, what we were doing, or who we were with.
I'm Chris Jones. I'm a rocket scientist, a minister, and a girl dad. And I have a theory about why childhood and everything else feels different now. Because gravity hasn't changed, but the price of a trip to the hospital has.
Blue jeans, Jordans, gas, groceries, and health insurance.
Everything is more expensive, and it's scaring us out of risk, innovation, and the joy of life itself. It was more affordable to fall, to fail, to get back up. And our parents trusted America enough to let us run free. Bankruptcy was for gamblers and crooked real estate developers, not middle-class families, not teachers, not cancer patients.
I'm running for Congress because the fall of the American working class wasn't an accident. It was a political decision. Meet my congressman, French Hill, the most powerful banker in America.
He's my opponent, but he's your problem too. He chairs the Financial Services Committee and fights anything that looks like consumer protection. The law to limit overdraft fees to $5.
This is a change that could save American households $5 billion in overdraft charges every year.
French Hill killed it. Yep, they even found a way to make being broke more expensive.
If there's anybody who's got to go, it's him. I'm blessed. I studied hard, earned 2 degrees from Morehouse College, then 2 masters and a PhD from MIT. I married my best friend, who's a combat veteran and an ER doctor. God gave us 3 beautiful daughters, and along that journey, I earned the votes of 319,000 Arkansans who believe we deserve better. I have good news for you. You can still go outside till the street lights come on. We call it organizing. Just you and a few friends fighting for your freedom, standing up for each other. We have 12 months to win this election.
We have a poll that makes this a 1-point race and a grassroots organization that has been growing for 3.5 years.
This district is full of fighters. We're doing the hard work, and we need you to join us.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime, everybody. What's happening? The Geno Jones Show. You can see that live Monday through Fridays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. All right, I got to start the show with some energy here, and I got to shift this energy. Satan, we rebuke you. We rebuke your ass in the name of the Lord. We rebuke you and that orange demon that you effing with. You trying. He's trying. Because it's the energy is just when you're making moves and you see the manifestation of your hard work, Satan's like, I can't just let that go. I can't let that go. I gotta mess it up. No, partner, you picked the wrong one or the right ones. As a matter of fact, it's 3 of us because I got backup tonight. I got my May Taurus sisters with me. Programming note next Monday, December 22nd. It's going to be a special Christmas show. I wish I could bring these ladies back. So this is going to be a holiday celebration in 2 parts. So tonight's going to be part 1. I'm doing this on the fly, and then Monday it's going to be a big celebration, Christmas holiday celebration, the final show of 2025, returning. The first live show of 2026 is going to be January 6th on a Monday. I'm sorry, January 5th. That's January 5th. On that Monday, January 5th, the first Monday of the new year, that'll be the first show of 2026. Tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. We are only about 39 new subscribers from reaching a goal, a milestone, a threshold where YouTube will financially support my media company and this channel. They'll monetize it. I'll become a YouTube partner. So spread the word. I know my guests are always a call to action, sending the call to action. It's going to be a fun show. It's interactive. Everybody watching me live right now, please, if you got a question, a comment, you want me to shout you out, you want my co-host, yes, plural, co-host to shout you out. I know all their fans are coming aboard. They're probably on their phones reminding everybody, hey, come on over to YouTube, subscribe to my brother's channel if you haven't done it. Come on over. We are here live with my very special guest. One is a very familiar face, and one's face may not be familiar. Now, if you are here in we call the Low Country, in the Charleston, South Carolina metro, then her beautiful face is probably familiar to you. But to the rest of the world, don't worry. If you don't know, you're going to find out. And if you don't know, the whole world's going to know pretty soon. So, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, the returning champion, literally, returning champion. Returning, I think for the second time, because I thought she was going to big time her brother. She got that crown. Yes, she is truly, literally wearing her crown. Miss Plus Size Charleston, Miss Kristie K-Love Baxter, and our very special guest host, a very talented vocalist, just dynamic sister. As a matter of fact, she's got music out, and she's gonna tell you all about that. I've been following her, checking her out, and apparently she's been a fan of the show. So I'm not gonna waste any time because her name is Kendra, the voice. So ladies and gentlemen, Black woman magic. Yes, Black woman beauty, ladies and gentlemen, nothing like it. You know, I ain't mad at some of these handkerchief head football players that like to play in the snow, but it ain't nothing like the real thing. No needles in your lips, no needles in your derriere, none of them, no gels, none of that. Just natural. Kay, you know your bro. I'm on one, Kay, because we had to rebuke the industry. Welcome back, wearing her crown in her rightful place as my co-host, Miss Kristie K-Love Baxter and Kendra the Voice, two May Tauruses. So this is triple the May Taurus energy. So you can Satan, you can F around if you want to, because you ain't going to just get a pair of horns. You're going to get 3 pair of horns.
That part.
So welcome, ladies. So Kay, welcome back. But let's welcome our guests. My mother who's watching, taught me manners. You have a guest. Your guest you make your guest comfortable. Your guest, she is family. You open your home up to her, make sure she's comfortable. Make sure she's got something to eat or drink. I don't have no food, but Kendra, welcome. Thank you. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you.
So why don't you do this, Kendra? Why don't you just give us your quick origin story and just tell us about, because I know you got some current music out, and I can't wait till you shoot your video so we can put it in rotation here on the TV show. But if you don't mind, Kendra the Voice. So that the title tells you can't have a name called Kendra the Voice and not be able to sing. You just, because you a clown yourself. So that means you got to be able to sing to have the voice as part of your name. You can't be like in the back of the choir calling yourself, like Susan the Voice,
No.
right? Because the voice usually would be in the front. She would be like the lead singer. So welcome, Kendra, my dear. Thank you for joining the show. Give us a quick origin story.
Thank you, everyone.
And your music.
Yes. I'm so ecstatic to be here on tonight. And as you said, when greatness is in the building, the enemy got to show his colors. So it's all good in the hood because we got the power to trample on snakes' heads. So we're not worried about that. So with that being said,
wait, come on, Kay, you didn't tell me she a pastor, she a minister, she preaching too. Look at it.
Well,
You didn't ask, G. You didn't ask, G.
I was brought up in the church.
I see.
Yes, I was brought up in the church. My grandmother and my grandfather has a church right here in Summerville, South Carolina. I
Shout it out.
started
What's the
off
name? What's the name of the
World
church?
Worldwide Deliverance Church,
And
where
shout your grandparents out.
yes. Apostle Clarence A. Middleton, he has deceased. He was the founder, and my grandmother, Apostle Ruth Middleton Sanders, has taken over the threshold. And I mean, she has brought me up from a little bitty girl to an adult. And as a child, I remember being on the Sunbeam Choir, and my granddaddy said her voice is too powerful to be on that Sunbeam Choir. So we moved me up to the young adult, and then I was too powerful for that. So then they moved me to the adult choir as I was like 10 years old on the adult choir. And my grandmother always told me, you sing to your crowd. So she brought me out because I would sing to myself, but she brought me out and told me to minister to my people. So if you were to see my performances, I don't like to stand still. I like to go around and, feel the crowd out and just let the energy disperse all throughout. So like I said, I grew up in the church, and that's where I started off. My mother is a singer as well. She grew up in the church. My father, all of my family pretty much has a musical background. Right now, I do have a single out called Release. That's my newest single that just dropped a few days ago. The video,
Congratulations. All right. Congratulations.
thank you. Yes,
What's the name of it again?
it's called Release.
Release. Okay.
Yes, and the video is out on YouTube as well for that song. I have a couple of other songs that came out February of this year, and that's called The Shades of Love, and then The Shades of Love 2. And what I like to do, like I tell people, I sing gospel music, I sing R&B, I sing neo soul. I'm not too stuck on one genre of music because I love it all. But just to be a part of life, I have a major story to tell, and I can't just come on stage and just sing one thing and not let you know where I came from. So with that being said, all of those genres pretty much detect who I am, let you know, I love God, yes, true indeed, but I've also been in the streets. So, that's what Kendra, the Voice of Soul, is all about. Just letting you know how how you can overcome any kind of circumstances that you're going through, as I did myself. And Release is something along that nature. It's just speaking about life.
Well, you know what, Kendra, it's funny you said something. You were talking
Yes.
about that you grew up singing in the church, but you also sing secular music and sing for those who are not in the church. Because if we just gonna tell the truth and shame the devil,
Yes.
the real ministry is outside them walls.
Yes, it is.
The folks inside them walls. See, folks, don't get me started. Kay, come on, testify, Kay. The folks inside the walls, they converted. You preach, quote unquote, preaching literally to the choir. The folks that need the message is the ones that's outside the wall.
Say so. Come on. Go ahead, pass the collection plate. Go ahead, pass.
That's the truth.
Come on.
So talk about your new single. And by the way, there's a video out, so we won't fuss at you because you're a new guest here. But I expect to have the MP4 on the show. So we have one more live show. So that means we need to debut that video to your new single. What's it called again?
Release.
I knew it was our Release. So we'll see. We can debut release your new video Monday, right?
Yes,
I'll
sure
have the MP4. Okay.
Yes.
We ain't gonna fuss at you because you.
No, don't fuss at me.
But listen, and Kay will tell you one of the main reasons I created this platform is to give all different type of voices, no pun intended, a platform. One of my main principles that I stand on is that it's clear that we are all we got. It's real clear now that folks, with the anti-DEI and all the racism and hatred and misogyny and sexism. So we get it. DEI is against it, and all these corporations, firing, 500,000 black women in America lost their jobs. Many hundreds of thousands of black men. The black unemployment rate is almost 9%. So that's a whole nother monologue. But my point is, we are all we got. But
Yes.
we are all we need. And
That's
the truth
right.
is, we got everything we need. We got
Everything you
all the
need.
talent. We have made other communities trillions of dollars.
Yes.
But if y'all don't want to be bothered with us, we good. Because we can bring all this talent, this greatness and brilliance, we can bring it home and
Yes.
build up our own community.
Yes.
So we good, as my grandmother said, don't beg nobody to take your money.
Yep.
So if you don't want my money, you ain't doing me no favor. You're not doing me no favor by letting me spend money in your store. My money is as good as anybody else's money. So,
That's right.
so
Correct.
I'm really big on making sure that I give all different voices, and because there's so many people, talented people, and just doing wonderful work, but they don't have a platform. So
Yes.
this platform is for that. But let's
Thank
talk
you.
about release. So did you write? Did you produce?
Yes, I wrote it. Slap Jones, Slap Beats. He produced the song, the music and everything like that. And release is just about everyday life. Struggles with whether you lost your job, you still have bills you have to pay. It could be drug addictions. It could be I have a sister and her son has autism, and just the struggle of having to take care of those needs, and your children's fathers may not be in your life. It hits on so many different levels, and it's an overload, and you have to release it. If you do what you can do and release it, and when you release it, sometimes it brings on depression. Sometimes you feel like you can't go on, but at the gist of it, I want you to know those things are going to come, but you have to get rid of it. And then once you get rid of it, you're able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So that's always been my message with all of my music, whether it's even about love. Love goes through phases. We have the good part of love. That's the shades of love, the good part of love, the bad part of love. But if you continue to just live life, everything that you go through, positive, negative, I always say there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You have to see some type of life that will make you, how they say, peace in the midst of the storm.
Come on, say that.
That's what Kendra, the Voice of Soul, is about. That's what my music is about, and I make some fun music too. To get hype. Like one of my singles, "Go Get a Bag," and it's again about making money and spending money and just having fun, because all of that is balance. So that's me. Balance.
That's right. Go get that bag and invest that bag. There we don't.
That's right.
Because we not spending no money. It's the holiday blackout here to where I said we're gonna pull our money out of this economy. Since this economy doesn't want us, it said they're getting rid of all their DEI programs from Target. Well, Target, they effed around and found out, because they forgot that their most loyal consumer was black women. Black Americans were spending $12 million a day. $12 million. Think about it. I can't think of any black-owned business that gets $12 million a day from just black people. Target was getting that, and primarily from you all, from black women. Y'all made Target. It was Target. It wasn't even Target. Y'all.
Target.
Target. But they
wasn't getting it from me.
Got rid of their DEI
They wasn't getting it from me. I don't go in there.
So y'all said, okay, you know what? We not gonna beg you to take our money, Target. We can take our money elsewhere. We can Target our money somewhere else. Here we are. So
that's right.
I am. Well, congratulations on that. So, who are some of your like biggest influences musically?
Musically, I have to say, okay, so the gospel side, right quick, is Tremaine Hawkins.
I love Tremaine Hawkins.
I love
That's
Tremaine.
Old school. You got an old school spirit.
Yes, I do.
And she had a quick trivia question. So obviously you were a Tremaine Hawkins fan. K-Love, I know you're gonna know this.
Yeah, because I may not.
And this is way back. This was in the 80s. she did for a minute. She did a dance club song, disco. You could even play it with some house beats, called "Fall Down."
That sounds familiar.
Oh yeah,
That sounds
see, like I said, don't worry, Kendra, because this was the '80s, so we. But
I was just born in the 80s,
I was
86.
gonna say, but fall down. Just I'm sure it's here on YouTube. Fall down. I think fall down. Spirit of love. Fall down. I can hear the hook, but the beat was, man. And the fun. This is before Kirk Franklin. Folks was in the club. I think it actually hit #1 on the disco chart, disco dance chart. Oh, it was after the show. Played it. If I had a producer, I would tell him to pull up that video. But Tremaine Hawkins, "Fall Down," and she only did that one, just that one. And I don't know the story behind it. I'd love to talk with her and just to find out the story. But that beat, and then it was like a guitar lick, don't, and the beat was just like, boom.
Okay.
Man, so you was on the dance, you was housing. And she "Spirit of Love, fall down on me." Yeah.
I gotta listen to that.
I just muted my mic and went and listened to a little snippet of it. I see why you like that. Yeah, it's got a nice.
Had you heard it before, Kay?
I don't remember that. When you said the title, I thought I knew it, but I just want to listen to it. I can see why you like that.
Man, we was straight sinning up in the club, but we was the Lord was trying to speak to us and work through us sinners in that club with that music.
Well, I mean, that's how the Lord works. He meets you where you're at. So I mean, and that's why I love what has happened in gospel music and the fact that I know they said you think the gospel music gone too far. No, it hasn't gone far enough.
It hasn't
gone far enough.
Because you have to draw the young people.
That part.
That the children of tomorrow, and I honestly like the new age gospel music,
the gospel rap.
You
like
think right, the gospel rap, what I'm saying, but they're really speaking the truth. And again, you're talking about your life. Yes. No one, and if you have that silver spoon type life, kudos to you. Correct. But I did not, and I that's one thing I struggled with as an artist, because I was like, well, God, how am I going to give homage? I'm going to sing hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, but my life wasn't always just hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. It was hell, 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 hell. So, it. With that being said, speaking with the Most High, it was like, sweetie, I gave you a story for your story to be told, and I gave you that voice for you to use that voice for your story. So you won't, like I said, even with me talking about and singing about love, I'm very tactful in how I put my things together, because at the end of the day, I am a lady first, and I know my grandmother.
Come on, May Taurus, come on now.
My grandmother and those are watching me, and those that that don't mind flaunting, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I that's you. But me per se, I'm gonna show a little something, because but I'm gonna be classy about it, because I have young girls that's coming up behind me. I have a 13-year-old daughter, so I can't be, singing this, that, and the third. Let them other ones handle that. I could if I want to, but
let Cardi and Meg. Everybody got a lane.
Yeah, my kid, I don't let my daughter listen to it, but when I'm out and about, by myself, what I'm saying, I might bump a little, But at the end of the day, what the voice of soul is going to bring to the table is that to bring us back to being women of class, women of dignity, women of honor, and women of respect. And you can still, be sexy, but still have class. That's what it's all about. Because again, like my sister over here, who won the Queen of Charleston, you know what I'm saying? She embodies class, she embodies dignity, she walks with her head held high. And as you see me talking, I'm just gobbling up all her energy, and my head is just taking it, because that's what it's all about. You can still be who you are, but walk with respect, because we as Blacks, the originators, we originate
Come on, say it.
royalty.
Say
Yes,
it.
the originators, we are royalty, and we have to present ourselves as such. You understand what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that, again, my music, I'm touching on, because, and I, like I said, there's nothing against them. There's a spot for everybody, but I know my lane. My lane is, hey, let's bring it on back, let's get it back together, so that when our maker does, because the maker sees everything, but when the shift does turn, you understand what I'm saying? We're gonna be, those that were here are going to be up here now. So I know it's my time now, and I appreciate them for what they do, but now it's time for some order to come into play, so that we can continue to go up and elevate. That's where it's at right now.
I love her, Kate. You knew what you was doing. I gotta address something. I wanted to just really piggyback on something that both you ladies said that was connected, and I just want to amplify it, because Kendra, you talked about you had stories to tell. The guy said, you have stories to tell, and I gave you a voice to tell that story. And Kay, you talked about how the church, those God uses as a vessel, and we all are vessels, whether we realize it or not. Some of us may not realize it. Sometimes God will use you as a vessel, and you don't even know He's using you.
Correct.
But you talked about you got to meet people where they are.
Yes.
So the point I wanted to make is that, because we was talking about Tremaine Hawkins, so all this fits together. That even though these were some club, disco, house beats, the music, the beats, that's not the most, that's just the hook.
Right.
That's the
to
hook
bring you in.
for you to hear the message. And God gave all of us the talent to create all this different music. So if it was bad, why would He anoint people and allow them to, why would He give folk, Teddy Riley, Babyface, Dr. Dre, Quincy Jones, all these different producers, the gift to produce all these different styles of music, R&B, house, hip hop, just the beats. Yeah, the beats are important, because the beats, they hit your soul, but the lyrics hit your spirit and your soul.
Yes.
It speaks to your spirit.
That part.
So don't get twisted on the beats. Kendra said, "Listen, I can put house beats, I can put some hip hop beats, I can put some classical beats. Don't forget the beats. Listen to the story."
Right. The message. Yep.
Yes.
Don't shoot the messenger.
And we won't. I know I'm not gonna shoot the messenger, because Kendra, I'm gonna tell you what, Miss Lady, I listened to Release, and Release definitely spoke to me, because it reminded me of a place where I once was. So when I listened to that song, I actually listened to it a couple of times in a row.
Thank you.
And I did. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. And I love the fact that your music does speak to people. And it speaks to people such as me. And I love the fact that you're telling your story through your music. And I know that so much more is coming up out of you. I cannot wait to see what's next for you. Yes, ma'am. Don't do that. I see you. Don't do that.
Let me ask her. So Kendra, we know that Tremaine Hawkins was like one of your big influences. I'm sure you probably grew up in the house. Your mom and dad probably played a lot of Tremaine Hawkins. Who are some of the
Whitney
other
Houston
influences? And then tell me who were the R&B soul, influences.
Yes. So again, Whitney Houston.
Oh my God! The voice. You talking about the voice? Whitney Houston, for me, the voice.
Yes.
Yes. And Aretha's right, but just for me, just Whitney. God, oh my God, He anointed. Oh my. Her voice was.
Yes.
I just hate what happened, and just the personal struggles. But man, because I got a chance to meet Whitney, her debut album, late Chicago, 87, 88. They were doing a promotional tour for radio stations, and I was working in radio in Chicago, and I got to meet her. That first album when she had her hair kind of pulled back.
Yes.
Look, she just got out of a pool that had a Saving All My Love for You and all that.
Yeah, all white. Yes.
Yeah. But, oh my God, just her voice.
My favorite album right there. Hers.
I don't know if either Kendra, I don't know if you had a chance to see her live. Kay, I don't know if you got a chance to see her live, but I got a chance to see her in Chicago in the early 90s. And this was right after. So like in 89, she got booed at the Soul Train Music Awards. And the short version of the story is the record company wanted her to be this pop diva superstar. So the music was kind of pop generic. They didn't want it to be too soulful or too black.
Yeah.
That's the real.
Right.
And so some black folks were beginning to kind of feel slight. It's like, why are you releasing all this music, for white people? And that's a whole nother story, but it was intentional. Clive Davis was doing this because he was looking at the dollar signs. So he wanted her to appeal to the masses. But, Whitney just wanted to sing whatever. So I saw her, because after that she released the album where she did more like soulful stuff, because by then she was so big she could just tell Clive Davis, you can kiss my ass. You want these checks? So shut up and let me go on and do what I'm gonna do. She hooked up with BB and CeCe Winans. They were very close.
Yes.
Very close. And she loved gospel. But I saw her in Chicago. It was an outdoor venue in the summer. And oh my God, what you didn't hear and feel, you still heard, but you could tell it was different because she was really, her spirit and soul, it was like she could release it and didn't have to worry about no record company or Clive Davis. And I remember hearing that. It was like something that I hadn't heard, because she was always like technically her voice perfect, like a technician. Perfect pitch, diction, articulation. But, we as black folks, like you said, everybody growing up in the church, Kendra, you feel somebody.
Yes.
When you singing, like gospel, that's one thing about gospel singers.
Yes.
You feel them because that spirit, whatever's in there, it hits you. Because they are releasing that spirit. And that concert, man, you could feel her spirit hit you. I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
Ooh, get this on vinyl. It's a wrap. It is over. So when you mentioned Whitney, it just triggered that memory. She was just.
I love Whitney.
So, and then I'll never forget when she sang the national anthem.
Yes.
Jesus. Yes.
Kayla, even the colonizers was in tears. It was.
Yes. That thing got me right at my heart. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And she was chill. Kendra, you was a vocalist. You seen the video, the performance?
Yes.
And she looked. It was effortlessly.
Yes, effortlessly.
She had like a little like a American flag sweatsuit. I'll never forget it.
Yes.
And she was just chill. It was like, she was just sitting in the crowd saying, hey, Whitney, you want to come up and sing? And she just came up there and was just like relaxed, and man, just opened her mouth, and it was, oh my God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She was no joke. Well, you got some hellified influences, Kendra.
Anita Baker, Sade. I like some of the ones that
old school soul, boy.
Yeah, I that's why it's the voice of soul, because that's what I grew up on, and I love some of the artists now, but
so I can imagine you probably heard a lot of Aretha and some of Aretha's gospel albums.
Yes, definitely.
Aretha was another one.
Oh yes,
right there. Oh my God, Aretha, Aretha would have you crying.
Yes.
And the gospel stuff even is as cold-blooded as the R&B. Once again, her gospel album, she had gospel albums that was like #1. It was like one of the, I think she still may have, it was one of the best, if not the best, selling gospel album of all time. It came out, she did it like in the, I think the late 60s. But it was, oh man, Aretha was, Man, you.
Kendra, who are your neo soul voices that you like the most?
Of course, you know Erica.
Shout out to Miss Badu.
Yes. Yes.
Erica, Angie Stone.
Yeah.
Rest in power to my sister.
Yes. Grew up on all of those. There's a group. There's this, and she's a Caucasian, and she's with this group called Moonchild. And I love.
Rock. Yeah. Oh, you fall out my chair. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Moonchild
is.
So what's the lead singer's name, Kendra?
I don't know the lead singer's name. I just know the group.
I can't remember her name either. That's all right. Moonchild.
Yes. Look it up. I love her
Check
voice.
her out. Now I'm in this business. Yes. Well, I guess because she didn't. Sometimes they'll have an artist like a non-melanated artist that are crossover. Like I think of Tina Marie.
Yes. Love Tina Marie too.
Just my God. You know, we had one-hit wonders like this sister. Maybe a little before Lisa Stansfield, been around the world.
Oh yes, yeah.
Been around the world. Yes.
Oh yeah, she was definitely absolutely. So there's
one single pin girl to the front of her head.
Soul name Kendra you didn't mention, but I know she's on your list somewhere. I'm just a huge fan of her because I have seen her live, and you talking about just shut the show, man, dude. She'll have you, even after you buy a ticket, she'll have you want to just go ahead and give her a tip. Here, girl, let me give you $100. Here, $100.
Okay.
My girl, Jill Scott.
Jill Scott, I knew you was going.
I said Jill. You didn't hear me.
My bad.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but I knew that had to be in there.
Yes.
Jill Scott.
That's one of the top.
How many times have you seen her perform live, Kendra? You haven't?
I haven't seen her perform live.
Me neither. It's okay. Don't feel bad, Kendra.
No. Listen, no shade, my sister. You in for a treat. I'm just telling you, man. You are in for a treat, and it's just as a singer and as a performer, she was. Yes. It really would be good just to study her. But it's funny you said something that when you sing, you interact.
Yes.
With your audience.
Yes.
And she
does.
Jill Scott is a master at that.
Yes.
I mean,
that's how Grandma had me in the church. She pulled me out and talked to your audience.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Kendra, what's that song? What's that song that you did? The one where you would pull the different wigs out and you'd put it on your head and you would strut around.
But you know what? That was Whitney Houston. I'm Every Woman, and I did that for Belinda. Yes, that was Belinda Parker's. Miss Belinda.
Yeah, because I was hosting it. Yeah.
Yes, that was her birthday. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, yes, because you kind of put your own little spin on it.
I did.
You were go back on the on the low stage. You would grab another wig, or hey, you come and you would strut and dance with us and everything. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. I always remember that. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Well, so May 20th. So I'm just kind of giving you just a little heads up, Kendra.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'm gonna do a birthday party. I was supposed to do like a 20-year anniversary celebration, being here 20 years. So I might go ahead and do it.
Do it.
And just pay for it myself because you don't wait for folks. And you can relate to this, both of you all, because one thing about us Taurus is. We have a hard time asking people to do stuff for us because we understand that people don't owe you anything. So, we're not going to ask. And if we really want it done, we just do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Yep. And we won't be in our feelings. We won't waste no time. It's just, you know what? I want it done. I need it done. I'm going to go do it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it is just that plain and simple.
Thank you so much, Kendra.
So listen, we know you got to run, but thank you. We kind of took you into overtime, but before you get out of here, just let everybody know where they can follow you on social media.
I am Kendra the Voice on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. All that good stuff. You can find my music on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, all of that good jazz. And I look forward to vibing with everyone. I had a great time. I'm sorry I couldn't stay any longer, but I will see y'all on the next show.
No, you family now, so you're going to be a regular guest co-host too. On your way out the door, do you have any live performances coming up anytime soon? Or in 2026, you want to let us know about real quick?
In April, with Lucas Swing.
Oh, my
I
dude.
will with Lucas Swing, I will be performing with him at I believe it's the Performing Arts Center for the Jazz Festival.
The Gullo Jazz Festival.
Yes, the Gullo Jazz Festival. Yes. I will be performing with him. Yeah.
We are going to be promoting that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be hosting that Saturday night. So, yeah.
Great.
Yes. So,
I'll be there again.
All right, Kendra, the voice. Kendra, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yes.
May God continue to bless and have favor on you and your family. Thank you. We took you 9 minutes over, so you can blame that.
You as well.
No, that's on me. So blame that on me. So we're gonna let you go handle your business. But
thank you,
this
Kendra.
is your first time.
Thank you.
This is damn sure not gonna be your last time because you're gonna
No,
be
it's not.
We're gonna bring her back when she got more time, Kay. Then she can hang out for the whole because you know how we, seen the episode with me and Kay. We just go because it's I tell them it's my show, so we finish when we finish. So thank you, my sister. Merry Christmas, happy holiday. Thank you, Kendra. Thank you so much. All right, Kay, thank you for making that connection for us. I love her energy and her spirit.
And she's always like that. Me and her met working at IHG, the Intercontinental Hotel Group. We worked in the call center together. What? That's where I initially met her.
Wow.
And when, like she mentioned, when she did Belinda's party back, and that was at least 3, maybe 4 years ago. And when I saw her name on the bill, it didn't connect. I saw that it was Kendra the Voice. And I was like, okay. Or the Voice of Soul or whatever. And I was like, okay. And when she got up on the stage, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, is that Kendra? And sure enough, that was her. It was so good to see her after all these years. And she's also in the TV series. She's also playing in Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So in 2026, I know you'll be back to give us some more details on this TV series.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we wrapped filming for the pilot back in October.
And in fact, we did give everybody the name of the show and kind of give us like a brief synopsis. Kind of give us like a little headline.
Absolutely.
Like a little tease. Just
just a little one.
What's the vibe of the show?
Yes, sir. So When My Life Changed, written and produced by Vanessa Stanley, who's also responsible for my Aladdin jacket. Thank you, Vanessa. She also has DVD fashion.
I love that.
Yeah. Aladdin is my favorite Disney cartoon. Aladdin is Aladdin, then Beauty and the Beast, then Lion King. That's my 3 favorites. So this is DVD fashion, and I got my ring from too. Yes. So shout out to Vanessa Stanley. But When My Life Changed TV series, which will be debuting sometime next spring, it is about the Whitfield family, and it's got your staple ingredients. You got lust, you got greed, money, power, respect, and some beautiful Black people. I played a role of Aunt Janet. It was my first time being behind or in front of, should I say, in front of a camera in that respect. It was absolutely amazing. Just last week, we did our official photo shoot. It was so good seeing everybody. And what we're hoping to do here over the next, couple of months, hopefully, like between February going into March, is getting the different cast members in here. Jason Whitfield, Viola Whitfield, Jessica Whitfield. I'm Janet Brown, but I done been here, so don't worry about me. We've got, and then Tasha, which is the role that Kendra plays. It is absolutely amazing. And just watching everything play out, it is based on a true story, but that's something I'd like, to give the honor of the producer, director, Vanessa Stanley, to share. But it's amazing. And even when I read over the script, I was like, girl, you sure you want me to do this? And she was like, you are. Aunt Janet. And I was like, that's like, all right, girl, we'll go ahead, we'll give it a run. We'll see what happens, child. I don't know how this is going to go, but
stop. Don't even do that false modesty thing. Come on, make
it's not
you
now.
Know you knocked it out the park.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I was very intimidated about it when she first approached me with it because I've never done that before, but I've never won a pageant before either. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna stop you because I know when you tapped into that. See that Taurus energy is like a superpower. When you tap into that bull energy, you like, shit, I got this. And when that energy comes through and shines, the world's like, wow. Oh yeah, I think your shot froze up there.
Geno, come on. There you go. Come on. Didn't I promise I did? Oh, you be trying. I was just saying. I'm not trying to give you a hard time because you're gonna get me if I try to stray too far. So.
But now, in all fairness, listen. So, because one thing, and people who you'll understand, but one thing about Tauruses is that Tauruses, we're not narcissistic. We're not narcissistic at all. Yeah. Not at all. We are chill by nature because, like, we are an Earth sign. So the narcissism, we don't do that. That's a turnoff. We have confidence. Now, if you challenge then that's the trigger. It's like, okay, if you kind of just leave us alone, we kind of, if we're not familiar with the situation or a person, we're going to feel you out.
Yeah, we don't bother nobody. We don't bother
nobody. But we're not trying to make us, we don't, some people, when they come in, they want to be seen and make us, we don't, because just our natural energy, you going to notice us.
Yes, we don't have to do all of that. Right. It's not necessary.
Come on, that part.
It's not necessary. We don't have to do that. We just show up as us, starring us, and that's it. And the fact that we are so unbothered bothers a lot of people. And that's crazy to me because it's like when I can feel that kind of energy coming towards me, it used to be my little feelings would be hard. I'd be like, but I didn't even do anything. But now I'm like, oh yeah, I did something. I showed up as me, and that's a problem. Right. And the thing is, when you are a sincere person, insincerity is what's going to come from the other direction, especially if you're dealing with an insecure person. We don't bother nobody. We don't bother nobody. We don't do it. We don't. However, our unbotheredness bothers a lot of people. So they just gonna have to be bothered. That's just how that's gonna go.
So okay, two things real quick. Give us how has your reign gone as Miss Plus Size Charleston? You've been super busy all over social media. So tell us what the journey's been like. You can share some highlights or whatever. Just whatever you want to share. Interesting stories. And two, I'm sure you've got some big events with the holiday season. So if you got some appearances coming up, please let all of us know where we can see you in full regalia as the queen of Miss Plus Size Charleston.
Yes, sir. Well, so far, truthfully, this journey and this reign has still been like a dream come true. It's still one of those things. Sometimes, even when I look at the pictures, one of my favorite pictures is the one of me and you after everything was done, and we're talking, and you're pointing out because you were talking to me. I can't remember what the phrase is. There's no, what is it? No, oh gosh, no purpose. The same. It was the phrase you gave me that the doctor said on another podcast you watched, but it was the phrase, the motto you gave me the night before the pageant when you knew I was in my head, and you probably, to all you viewers out there, I just want y'all to know that Geno Jones is a thug by nature. He's the midday maestro on one of our stations here in the esteemed city of Charleston, South Carolina. He's a thug. Okay. Geno got with me in such a way I couldn't even say anything. Man, you told me off that night. You told me off, but I thank you for that because it activated me to walk it on out. You saw me trying to pull back. You saw me trying to retreat. You listened to me. You let me go for a minute, and then you shut it down. Like you broke me all the way down to my brake pads, man. I couldn't even say nothing.
But you know
was
what, Kay?
not.
Let me. I'm jumping in right here because
Oh, please do.
This is important. Because you weren't pulling back. It wasn't you. It was the enemy that was pulling you. The enemy was pulling you because you were there. You were already. It was game over. You were already. Everything was. It was. You were there, and the only thing that could stop you at that moment being that close, less than 24 hours. Yes. Satan like, oh no, I got it. Like in football, Hail Mary. 2 seconds on the clock. We only got time for one play. I'm gonna just throw this 80-yard, and he was throwing a Hail Mary, and he was pulling you back.
Yeah, he was. And I was about to let him.
And two, it wasn't me being a thug. I was just a vessel.
You were.
But I was angry.
Yes,
and
you were.
Probably, I think God was angry at his work, because you were his work, and he's poured so much into you and brought you so far. Everything you had prayed for is being manifested. And this was something that you really prayed for, and you poured so much of yourself into it.
Yeah.
And when you really, allow God to, just say, look, you have all these gifts. It's now time for you to display your full array of all the gifts that I have anointed you with. But Satan was like, shit, I'm going to hold him. And I was like, you were lying, the truth ain't in you. So that was the energy. I said, nah, you are not doing this.
Yeah, and
you ain't winning, dude.
Never.
And he was
you had never
back. And I was getting in his ass like, no, you're not gonna do. Okay, we're not gonna. We ain't gonna let him. Yeah. We talked about it. So we're not gonna let the enemy win. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, and I fear came into full fledged because there, like you said, it was 24 hours before the pageant, and my nerves were somewhere else. And it's like we came on your show that night before. And most of the contestants were there. We were, -1, and I remember I was trying to text her to make sure she was okay. She wasn't responding, so that made me feel some type of. I'm like, dang, I'm just trying to, and everything you were saying that night, and listening to the other girls talk and everything, and my nerves got the best of me. And I'm so thankful for you. I am so thankful for you because now I am literally living a dream. I never thought I could be a queen. Not after everything I had been through, not after all the losses I suffered, not after holding myself back for so long. I didn't think I could have something like that. So this past Sunday, I was the Grand Marshal for the town of Hollywood Parade. And I was in full regalia, had my crown on, and I always call it the magic carpet. They done told me stop calling it that. But they told me, they was like, it is not a magic carpet, Kristie. It is a stole. And I was like, yeah, but it's magic. Look, it's magic. Voila, magic. But I was in full regalia, and one of my Facebook friends, she saw me there in the parade, and she captured this picture of me. And the moment I saw it, like I literally teared up because it was like actually looking at myself. Sometimes I feel like I'm outside of my body, kind of walking through this, because it feels so surreal. But I'm so grateful for the people that I run into when I'm out and about, women that have other plus size women that are like, you represent the brand so well. You're so beautiful. You're so this. You don't know how much you encourage me. You inspire me. That's the biggest compliment. I appreciate people tell me I'm cute. I know I'm not no mud duck, I ain't no sea donkey, I look all right. So I appreciate that. But when people tell me that my spirit is beautiful, most of the time I cry in the car. I try not to cry in front of people. I try not to, but sometimes the love that I get when I'm out is such an amazing thing. It really is. And I'm honored. I am honored to continue on this reign. I hold the title. up until about September. It's between September and October, that's when I'll crown the next full figure queen, and it's a pleasure and it's an honor. Shout out to Delman Drayton and Katrina Haynes, and prayers to Katrina Haynes. I was, I did, go today to be of service of her to her family and the loss of her uncle Ronnie. So prayers out to you, Katrina. Yes, love you very, very much. But it's an amazing thing right now. I don't really have anything going on. Queen style for the next.
And Christmas stuff is done.
Well, Christmas wise, I'm done. But as of now, I am slated to appear in the Emancipation Parade. That'll be going down January 1st, City of Charleston. And then on January 19th, I will be in the North Charleston MLK Parade. So those are my next two immediate, if you will, appearances that I'll have. But usually I will go out to community events. So I do sometimes, people will reach out to me and say, hey, can you come do a walkthrough? We're doing this or that sort of thing. And when I can, I do. I try to do that. Oh, shout out to Sierra Share. I went to Girls in Gowns last night out at the Washington Cafe. Y'all need to check out the Washington Cafe, Black owned coffee shop in Mount Pleasant on McKnight Road. Beautiful event.
What's
Sierra did it again? Washington Cafe yes, and that is on McKnight Road in Mount Pleasant.
Right.
But Sierra Share it's called Girls in Gowns, and it was absolutely beautiful. We got dolled up and we held space with one another, and we had really great dialogue, and we had some good food. I had some stuffed salmon with some mashed potatoes and roasted green beans. I tell God, thank you. Miss Plus Size Charleston says thank you for the good grub. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yes,
that's where we love, because you and I was just hearing you talk about some people touch you, touch your heart and your spirit. I mean, physically when you meet them, and you have to fight back tears.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to offer this. I would say I wouldn't fight back tears. This is why. This is just my take. I'm just, because a lot of times when I kind of pause,
I know.
It's not me talking.
I know.
But
I know.
You, not just because people use the word about being vulnerable, and you could say that's being vulnerable, but that's being human. Yeah. And you reacting in a organic, authentic, real human way to somebody's love. Don't try to suppress that. That's because that's your spirit coming out. And if your spirit is touched, let it show, because you never know. If for you to really let that show, can imagine how that person who made you feel that way, how they would feel to see that they could have that effect on you that you had on them.
Well, that happened twice on Saturday. When I was out at the Christmas at City Hall. I had not one but two different women that spoken to me, and I did wind up crying. It was my first time crying in a while, because last week, Tuesday, was the first year anniversary of my son being gone. Yeah. So by the time Saturday,
does that make sense what I said?
Oh, too much sense.
Because I could imagine what was the women's reaction when they saw you just allowing, or just knowing that whatever they said to you that touched your spirit and soul, that shared those tears. How did that affect them? What was their reaction?
Well, with the first one, we actually kind of cried together. I had not seen Michelle. Michelle, I love you. I had not seen Michelle in a while. And the last time I saw Michelle had locks. She had locks in her hair, like my daughter does. And so when I saw her that day, I was walking toward, I think, Rashad and some of the other, community pillars. Shout out to Sharika Myers, Acts of Kindness, everyone that had a hand in Christmas at City Hall in North Charleston. Phenomenal job, as always. Saw Alex. Shout out to you too, Alex. Alex Perez. I love you. What's in the Box LLC. But I was walking towards a group of them to say hi and all that good stuff. And I heard somebody say, oh, And I turned to look, and it was Michelle. I have not seen Michelle in months. Michelle was actually a little sad that she couldn't make it to the pageant because she had some things going on. So when we saw each other, we embraced. When we broke the embrace, that's when she literally stood there while I'm standing. I had on a little red sweater dress. I had my crown and my sash on, and she starts pouring life into me. And she says, "You don't know how much you encourage me. You don't know how much da 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 da." And I'm listening to her, and in my head, I was like, "Don't cry, Chris. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry." So then I said, "I love your hair. Your hair is beautiful." She blushed. She looked down. She held her hands for a minute. She looked at me, and she said, "You inspired me to cut my hair." She said, "Because you wear," I'm about to cry now. Hold on. She was like, "You inspired me." She was like, "When I look at you with your short hair and your confidence and the way you carry yourself," she said, "it made me want to do the same thing." And that was it. Soon as she said that, I just grabbed and we hugged for a minute. And my sister had just did my face because I had the photo shoot right after that. So I was like, "Girl, you got me out here crying and I gotta go do something." And then we laughed about it. But that's what happened with that. With the second round of tears, that's when I saw Tiffany. Tiffany, I love you. Tiffany is Savannah's niece, I believe. And Tiffany is an amazing individual. Tiffany has not one, but two sons with autism. My son Christian was on the spectrum, severely autistic. Tiffany had made a beautiful post on Facebook talking about how watching her sons navigate through their world, being on the spectrum, has inspired a new life in her to just be bold, be brave, step outside of herself. Her post was so beautiful. I was choked up reading her post. So when I was going to snap a picture with Savannah and someone else, Tiffany, I did not know she was there. She came and she popped around and she popped in the back of the picture. And so in one of the pictures, you can literally see me going, because I didn't know she was there. So when we hug, we embrace, we talk for a moment. I tell her again, I was like, "Your post was so beautiful and everything." She said, "Well, I would like to introduce you to my two kings." So when I turned to her first son, Geno, when I tell you, I almost lost my mind. Her son looked like my late son. He was about the same height that Christian was when I last saw him. And he looked at me and he said, "I really like your crown." Soon as he said that, I felt the tears coming. And something just kind of came over me. And in that moment, I felt like my son was standing before me. And I found myself caressing this boy's face. Then I was like, "Well, thank you." I was like, "That is so kind to you." He's like, "Yeah, I really like your crown." My heart was just so, it was so full in that moment. Her other son was crying. And she was like, "This one crying." She's like, "I'm sorry." She's like, "Can you say hi to my friend, Miss Kristie?" And when he looked up, as soon as he looked at me, the tears stopped. And I said, "Well, hi." I said, "It's very nice to meet you." And he just looked up at me with these beautiful eyes. And there I was again, caressing his face. And now I've got tears are running down my face. It was such a like powerful moment for me because I felt like my son was surrounding me in that moment and letting me know, "Mama, I may not be there anymore, but I'm always around." And I turned to Tiffany and I was like, "I'm so sorry." She was like, "No, it's okay." She's like, "That's actually good. Let it go." So then I said to her, I said, "Tiffany, I don't know if you knew this." I was like, "But Christian was on the spectrum." I was like, "He was severely autistic." I was like, "And to actually meet your sons," as I'm telling her that, her eyes start filling up with tears. And she's like, "Kristie, I didn't know that." I said, "That's why your story hit me so hard when I saw your post on Facebook." I said, "And now to meet these kings, this is amazing." It was such an amazing experience on Saturday, getting to meet those two young men. And I felt like getting that wink, that hug from my boy Chi. It was, and for that to happen the weekend after that first year anniversary, I absolutely believed with everything in me that was Christian just kind of popping in and saying, "Hey, I'm still here. You're going to see me appear in other people, but I'm still here." So it was good stuff. It was good stuff.
So listening to you, and I'm pretty confident in you that you've begun to figure this out And what this is you are receiving as much, if not more, than the people who you are touching and inspiring and bringing to tears. You give confidence. You are the blueprint for countless number of women of all backgrounds, but specifically to black women, because black women are the most disrespected, unneglected, unprotected people. So you give hope, because you said it. These women say you give me hope. You've inspired me. You give me confidence. You allow me to be bold, because they see you living that. But what you may not have realized before you got that crown on your head is that you were going to get as much or more, not from the crown and the sash and the gown, but from the people that you are touched.
Yes.
Because remember that Friday night, I said, listen, you owe it to God. You got to be obedient.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Because I'd already done. I knew you had won. I just knew in my spirit. I saw it and I felt it. But I said, Kay, we're not gonna let Satan win. That's when I said, because you owe it to God. You have to be obedient to God.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And you told me, you was like, all I know is when I get there tomorrow night, I better see K-Love on that stage. And you was like, that's all I'm gonna say. Because I'm not bleeping around with you, Kay. I'm not, and all I was holding the phone. I was like, because I have known you for 7 years now. And actually, I've known you longer than that, because I met you before I started working out at the station. You've never used that tone with me before. And that's how you doing that was what let me know how serious it was. And really in a way, how far I had gone with how I was.
Understand, that wasn't me though. That's the point.
I know.
I was the vessel. God was angry because he already knew. He worked with you and blessed you. He's like, for you to walk away, but for you to walk away with everything that you prayed and worked for.
Yes, and it did. What happened that night far exceeded what I expected. I went in there knowing, I knew that I wanted that Best Talent Award. I knew that I wanted that crown and that sash, but I wanted the Best Talent Award because I knew that it was something that was completely original. And I was like, that's what I want. I want that. But to go up there and clear 8 out of 11 categories, I still I'm like, how did that happen? When I look at those statuettes or those old trophies, I'm like, this really happened. When I look at the pictures, it's still surreal. When I cry every time I watch the video back that my friend Sylvia captured when I was actually crowned. But she captured the whole award ceremony leading up to me being crowned. I cry every time I watch it. I can't get through it without crying because I feel like I'm looking at the little girl who never thought she could be a queen. And when I'm looking, I'm like, and guess what, Kristie? That girl is you. That's you right there. That's you with people screaming your name. That's you with people saying, that's my girl. That's you with my daughter. My daughter was cracking me up. That's my mama. It was amazing. And then hearing my Taurus brother, come on, Taurus.
Let's go, Taurus.
Come on, Taurus. Let's go, Taurus. I was like, oh my gosh. You acted even that night when I heard you do that, when I came out for my first look and I heard you. Let's go, Taurus. Something in me was like, let's go, girl. Let's do this. And that was it.
And so I'm not apologizing. My intention wasn't to embarrass
You did. You did.
But because everybody looked around, because I was like that hood, brother or uncle. I was like,
No.
because this is like a big category. It was a talent,
Yes.
and everybody was quiet, waiting for one of the hosts to ask the questions. It just when you got to the front, because after you did your walk and everything, and right before you can ask the question, here I am, ain't nobody saying nothing. Let's go, Taurus, with my life. And you almost cracked up. I was like, oh damn, I didn't want to throw it off, but you caught you.
I did, because it was so funny to me, because I was like, Geno is not playing with Virgil. He is serious right now. But I was like, okay, come back, Chris. You got a question to answer. But it was perfect, because you didn't embarrass me. You activated me, and you helped me to remember to stay in this moment and show up in the fullest potential of who I am.
That
and I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you.
So I was just, once again, I was just the vessel, Kay.
Yes.
Like I said,
yes.
God had been working with you for years to bring you from where you were to that journey. So we were not going to let Satan mess it up that Friday night.
Correct.
If he would have showed up in the flesh, I'd have beat his ass for real.
I know you would have. You totally would have.
Beat the shit out of you were not messing, and God has used me as a vessel too. Oh no, you ain't messing this up, partner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sit your ass down. Go in that corner and sit your ass down. And shut up and get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
We were not having it, but now, do you see now that part of what God had for you was that you would have these moments to where it will help you through your healing and realizing that you have made that kind of a difference in people's lives.
Yes.
I
get it now.
That means that you are being obedient.
Yes.
The crown and the title, it's just all this is a vessel. It's a proxy. It's about some people, it's a ministry. Some people have a brick and mortar church. Some folks do it online.
Yes.
You have a ministry.
Yes.
And you said it earlier, Kay. You are meeting people where they are.
Where they are. Absolutely.
They don't have to get dressed up and worry about, I don't have enough money to get, and the pastor gonna be talking about, oh, you ain't giving people. That's why they open, because they feel comfortable and they feel safe and connected, and they relate, and that's your spirit. So it's easy for them to open up, and then you to see that you can. How can that not touch your heart? You'd have to have no heart and a dark spirit and no soul to see how you literally, when people come to you in tears and talk about how you changed their life and get them to believe in themselves. What I mean, outside of giving life itself, what could be a greater gift and honor to be a vessel to let God use you to change somebody else's life?
Yes. And that is such an humbling honor. It really is. It's so beautiful and it's so precious. And to go through all the things that I went through, to be in the light that I'm in now. When those things were going on back then, I didn't understand, because there was a time where I really, truly thought that God didn't like me. I thought that I had done I thought that I had done something so wrong, because it seemed like everything I tried to do, it wasn't working. And I'm going and I'm trying to look for these different jobs. I'm getting these places, but I can't seem to keep them. I'm getting these vehicles, but I can't seem to keep them. And in the meantime, in between time, when I'm turning to people and saying, hey, can you help me? And they're literally just kind of turning away. And I couldn't understand. I was like, God, well, what did I do so wrong that why people don't even want to help me? And I remember distinctly hearing him say, because you're looking to them and you're not looking to me. I didn't did I tell you to ask them? I'm your source, not them. So you gonna give it to me for real and let me handle it, or you gonna continue to do what you're doing? And it got to a point where physically, I literally, and I know I shared this with you before, at the end of 2022, I literally thought I was about to die because of how I physically felt. My sleep apnea was untreated at the time. I wasn't tied into the VA yet.
Yeah, you did tell me.
I literally thought I was dying. And I remember when I did go to the hospital and they said, well, you do have the signs of congestive heart failure. And I was just like, what? I mean, I couldn't believe it. And I kept hearing God say, all I want you to do is rest. And I was like, well, do you mean the eternal rest, or which rest you talking about? Which can you please lean down out the clouds and let me know what rest we talking about, Heavenly Father? Because I don't know what you mean. I was so, and I remember being scared, but I remember getting to a point where I was like, you know what, God? If this is it for me, no problem. Wow. Because I don't see the point in sticking around because it doesn't seem like things are getting any better anyway. So, okay, God, do what you must. Do whatever it is you're going to do because I can't do anything else. And when I really laid all of that stuff, the homelessness, the carlessness, the moneylessness, the foolishness, when I laid it all at his feet, and watch my VA claim get approved and watch myself sign a lease on this house that I've been in now going on 2 years. Watch the car be gifted to me. When I watched things start to turn around, I was like, well, okay. Oh, okay, God, okay. And then when I started sharing my story, because a lot of people did not know what I was going through. So when people started finding out, Kristie, you was living in a hotel? Yeah. For how long? 2 years. Kristie, but you don't even look like. I was like, okay. I mean, but that's what it was. Kristie, is it true you were catching Ubers and Lyfts everywhere? Yes. Are you serious? Yes. Kristie, is it true you slept in your car some nights? Yes. I did. Wow. So many people were, when they started finding out my story, they were blown away. I honestly did not start sharing my story until God told me to. He was like, and I remember I was a lady, a random lady. I'm in the store, and this lady just started talking to me, and she was telling me how pretty I was. And I remember in my head, there was always this little voice like, "Girl, you are not pretty. You're not cute. There's nothing cute about you." And so this lady, she's like, "You are so pretty." She's like, and I love talking to you. I love your energy. And I can't, it was something she said in particular. And I was like, I said, "Oh, well, not bad for a girl living in a hotel." And she stopped and she said, "Excuse me?" And all I heard God say was, "Tell her." And I was like, okay. So I started to share with this lady. This lady was in tears. She was like, for you to have the kind of personality you have, your spirit is so beautiful. And for you to be going through what you're going through, she was like, that's how I know God's got you. And once he started telling me to share my story, that's when I started doing it more. There are people sometimes that say, you share too much. You talk too much. I saw a post today that somebody, Keisha Hawes, shout out to Keisha Hawes, because she's been through a lot medically, and she is such a fighter. And Keisha, I'm gonna tag you in the replay because you are an amazing vessel of God, and I am so proud of you for all that you're doing and all you continue to show up in. I love you, girl. But she made a post where somebody said the same thing, that she talks too much or that she shares too much. A lot of what we go through isn't even for us, it's for the next person.
Come on.
Come on. And I had to learn that.
Yes.
I had to learn.
Yes.
I thought God didn't like me. It's not that God didn't like me. God loves me just enough. God trusts me enough with this to let me go through what I've gone through. And now people get to see my redemption. Now people get to see God really, truly working through me and moving through me. And now my story can encourage somebody else to know that the sun will shine again. It won't always be darkness all around you. It won't always be bad, but you have to believe though. You have to believe. That's what's the necessary agreement. And when I started believing again, that was when God was like, now I can move, because now you're going to take your hands off of it and let me show you what I can do, because I can do you better than you can do yourself. I got you. Okay, then go ahead, Big Jifa, do your thing.
That's right, because you stepped into your purpose.
Yes.
And it's like God had to, because I can hear my grandmother, and even though my mother will say, God will get your attention.
Oh my gosh, yes. And he did.
And he got your attention.
Everything. I had to lose everything to be able to understand that he's in charge, not me.
Right.
And even when I was trying to, it just wasn't happening, but because I was trying to do it in the power of me. When I realized that I could not do that and that I had to let him do what he needed to do, that's when it all started coming back together.
And it's hard for us Tauruses. It's hard for us Tauruses.
Correct. You told me, but you also told me that my purpose was always bigger than my pain. You also told me that the pageant and that some of the other platforms I sit on, that it wasn't even about that my purpose is bigger than my platform. You've always told me that. And I remember one of the days when you said that to me, earlier that morning, I had asked God, I was like, well, God, man, what you want me to do? Like, what is this? Because this mess hurts, man. What is this? And I ended up coming to the station. I don't know if I was getting ready to go out on remote or whatever. And we saw each other. And whenever you look at me. And if you do like this and you stop and you look away, that's when I get nervous, because I'm like, this brother getting ready to school you again, Chris. Go ahead and buckle in. And you looked at me and you was like, your purpose is bigger than your platform. Come on, Taurus, let's go. I don't know what your problem is, but let's go. And I remember when I was leaving the station, I heard God say, yeah, if you would just listen, if you would just get out your little funky feelings, then you'll understand what I'm doing. So I get it now. I totally get it.
Well, listen, God has to get our attention in different ways. I'm speaking from my own personal experience. So that's why I can talk, because I'm like, I'm be the first one to raise both hands. I'm like, because like I said, we don't like to bother. We never want to be a bother. We don't like to ask people to do anything for us, and we're not gonna wait around on anybody doing it. If it's something that we want that needs to be done, we are just gonna do it. We ain't gonna say anything. We're just gonna it's gonna be done.
Yeah.
If folks say, I hate you did it, it's done. You ain't got to tell me twice.
Yeah.
My grandmother, my mother, boy, I'm gonna tell you one time. So that still stays with me from a little boy. If you tell me something one time, you ain't got to say nothing. That's it.
Right. Right.
That's it. I'm gonna tell you one time. So and for those, let me just close my part by saying this. For those who said to you or to the other sister that you share too much. First of all, y'all just need to mind your business and just shut the fuck up, okay? Because
hey, Taurus brother said that.
You sharing, you are being obedient to the spirit that is using you. Correct. And enough of, this religion. See what? Once again, people get so confused.
Yes.
And not understanding that.
Yes.
When for me, when I talk about how the spirit will come to us, it's not about religion. We all have a spirit. Your spirit is the energy that you have. Whoever you are at your core, if you have a spirit of compassion, empathy, decency, kindness, humanity, that energy will be, people will see it. That light, they will see it, they will feel it. And if you have a dark, evil, hatred, bigoted, misogynist a spirit, people will see and feel that. You can lie and talk slick, and you can't outrun your spirit. It's like you can't outrun karma. It's the energy that you send out into the world.
Correct.
It's unspoken.
Correct.
You don't have to say a word. Like I said, there's some people that can walk in a room and it's like somebody hit a light switch and like these spotlights in my studio come on. And some people can walk in a room and not say a word and the room goes dark. It's like a total solar eclipse. And the energy shifts and you feel the anxiety and tension and stress is like sticking your finger in an AC outlet because you can just feel that dark, evil, just always keep shit going kind of. They don't have to say a word. Their body language, you can just see it on their face. Oh, it's here. Here we go. Here's some shit come.
Yes.
Before your spirit, it walks in the room before you do.
Before you, it always
precedes you.
First
thing that people feel.
Yes. Yes, your spirit and your energy. Yes, sir.
When your eyes, the way your eyes and the light works, you know, the whole thing, it hits your brain, which creates the vision. Your spirit gets there before that process in your brain, before your eye and your brain and your eyes can compute and turn it into vision. You can't, man. Let me stop.
You know you're telling the truth. You know it's the truth. Your spirit and your energy, your aura always precedes you, and people don't understand. They like there are people that'll feel like, oh, she don't rock with me, or she don't like me. No, baby, your spirit told on you, so I can't fool with you. And you're not about to contaminate my spirit with your dusty, musty ass spirit. We're not doing that. So no. Your spirit told on you. It's okay. It's okay.
Absolutely. K-Love, first of all, I want to thank you for stepping in for my first guest co-host because she is still studying hard. She's got another, I think she said till June or July, finishing up her PhD. She will be Dr. Keela Carson.
Go ahead.
But whenever she comes back, whatever little time, your spot is permanent. She'll just be, you know, it's enough room for I have a whole damn team. Like I used to have with my morning show. We have a whole team. Howard Stern got a whole bunch of folks. And Stephen Colbert and David Letterman, they'd had all kind of folks. But I want to thank you, and your energy, I feed off your energy. And your energy helps me bring out the best version of myself. So I appreciate you for that.
I appreciate you.
I thank you. I just thank you for being brilliant. You have been amazing on camera. And as busy as you've been the last several months, you know, you still, and then with just the things that you've been going through, you know, your personal journey and the ups and downs, you have been there, so I appreciate you. 2026 is going to be amazing.
Yes, it is.
And it's going to be beautiful. I like what we've done, and we talked about it, it on camera, to where that'll be kind of, because there's a lot of different things. I'll be adding some new things, ideas, and everything. But having like a guest co-host.
Yes.
Because Kendra her energy, it was beautiful.
She's amazing.
So, and I know that's your universe, because like you said, anybody with a funky spirit, your spirit's gonna be like, nah,
yeah, I'm good. I can be cordial, but
I love that face you made. It's like,
no,
like I just smell something rotten. I ain't gotta sit there like
that part. No, thank you.
So listen, you and your family have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. I will be back. Well, no, Monday is going to be my last show of 2025. And then I'll be back on there Monday, January 5th. So, you know, we'll talk before then. So hopefully that first week of 2026.
That should definitely be a go. Definitely.
Because you'll be bringing the cast.
Yeah.
Sometime in 2026, the cast of the TV show.
Yeah, because I believe March. She did give a date in March, and we're gonna, I believe, like do a premiere party and that sort of thing. So definitely like somewhere in between February and before that point, so we can start, because we got like 20 plus in the cast. So to be able to, you know, have a mixture of folks and stuff. So
is her trailer done yet?
Not yet. That should be coming soon.
Well, tell her to be sure to send me that trailer.
Absolutely.
That I'll start running it for. Absolutely.
Sure thing. Shout out to you again, Vanessa Stanley. Thank you so much. The mastermind behind DVD Fashions and When My Life Changed TV series. Yes.
Yes, I love it. I think there was some people in here. I didn't get a chance to look at the chat room. Zachary Williams. You got somebody else in there, of course.
Zach Attack. What's up, man?
Okay, yeah, and somebody else. I can't make that one out. Hey, Michelle. Michelle was watching. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Of course, my mother, Mary Dixon, who had a birthday on Monday.
Yes, happy belated birthday, mommy.
On December 15th. So listen, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, man. I love you, my sister. I appreciate you.
Love you too.
But you know, I'll be checking on you because I had to check on you.
Oh yeah, I know.
If you go too long, because like I said, the spirit will tell, and you know.
I know.
We got the same spirit. That Taurus,
I cannot run from you.
It'll be like the bat signal. It'll be like, And
there have been
moments. No, how you really doing? Yes. You good?
Yeah, and you listen. That's what I was just about to say. You'll hit me up and you'll say, "So how you doing, Ken?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good." You're like, "How you really doing?" And it's like anytime you say that, and usually every time you say that, I'm always trying to withhold information from you. So you always know. I can't run from you. I can't. I don't even try no more. I can't. I don't even move that fast nowhere. You know, my right knee don't be cooperating and stuff. You know, so I know. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my brother, for real.
Man, this has been a great episode. See, you and Kendra, man, y'all make this episode go viral. This is going to, I may have to do a little special because I got me a new phone.
All right now.
Because this thing was going, that old phone was going crazy. So
I'm glad to know you got a new phone. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I got a text from you earlier. It was there. It said lost video. So
yes.
But here is cool. I'm emceeing the hockey game this weekend.
Oh, nice. Right on.
I got to get you some tickets. You got to come go to one of the games. I told you.
I absolutely want to do that because my daughter want to go to one. So yeah, we with that. Let me know when.
Oh, cool. Well, any game I MC.
All right.
Now,
that's nice.
I'm not promoting nobody, so
I know that's right.
I didn't say who I got it from or whatever.
You sure did.
What type of phone it is, you can kind of look at it and tell. But I ain't.
Yeah.
Now if y'all want to sponsor the show, then holla at a brother. You need a brand ambassador. Holla at a brother. How you do it? Otherwise, that's your free plug right there.
Right on.
That is all you all getting. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll probably, I'm pretty sure that we'll talk before Christmas.
Yes, we will. We will because
we'll talk right after Christmas.
Yeah, that's what's up. What's up.
Thank you, my sister. I appreciate you. And thank Kendra for me because I don't have her number, but thank her. Tell her she got another permanent. She got another permanent spot on the show. So we'll have to work her back in. As a matter of fact, when she's got a show coming up, I definitely want to bring her back on her. She may wind up getting some gigs before the show with.
I'm sure she will.
The Jazz. I'm actually Savannah J is going to MC the Friday night, host the Friday night, and I'm going to host the Saturday night. Shout out to Jazzy.
Jazzy J.
So he's going to come on, and he'll be bringing some of the guests on.
That's
going to be in April 10th and 11th at
the
Performing Arts Center and the North Charleston Fire Station.
That's what's up. Yep, I'll be right there. I'm not missing that.
Yep, so it's going to be awesome. All right, thank you, my sister.
All right, thank you.
All right, everybody. Man, what a great show. I hope you all enjoyed it. Man, my girl Kay, You know, anytime we come on, we always vibe. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. If you would like to support the Geno Jones Show and Geno, my media company, Geno Media, financially, any support would be greatly appreciated. No amount is too small or too large. You can support the show 3 ways. You can be a sponsor. Shout out to Murray's Mortuary and Mayor Shardale Murray, the town of Hollywood, South Carolina, a brand new sponsor of the Geno Jones Show. Once again, thank you to Mayor Shardale Murray of the city of Hollywood, South Carolina, and to Murray's Mortuary. They have 3 locations, one in Hollywood, South Carolina, and then there's one in North Charleston. They have another location too, but you will be seeing more on that. So I want to thank them. I want to thank Courtney Johnson and Kojo LLC for being a major sponsor this year. So 2026 is going to be an amazing year. So if you'd like to be one of those sponsors, just use my email address to reach out to me, Geno Jones Show, Geno Jones Show @gmail.com. Also, that same email address you can use on Zelle. If you would like to support the show financially via Zelle, you can do that. Just use my email address, Geno Jones Show @gmail. Or you can use Cash App, $Dad G Jones, capital D, lowercase a D, capital G J, lowercase ONES on Cash App. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram, Kel Be Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check Allie and her Lexi Jones collection out on Instagram or IG, LX.NCL_. The Hollywood blackout continues. So if you're going to do any Christmas shopping, we're going to buy from black-owned businesses, buy from a black woman, buy from a black man. BlackNile.co. It's an alternative to Amazon. You'll love it. Black Nile, BlackNile.co, BlackNile.co. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday, December 22nd, the final show, a big holiday celebration, the last show of 2025. Gonna have some special guests. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and it'll just be my Christmas present to you. Thank you. Please tell everybody. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up. Like this and every episode. Please leave your comments below in the comment section, and please tell everybody to subscribe to my channel. 39 new subscribers, and I will become a YouTube partner. That means YouTube will monetize the channel. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Once again, have a great weekend, and I will see you live Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.
I came all the way to the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Did I just call it, man, Jimmy Kimmel?
When Geraldine and I tell our girls about growing up in the 80s and 90s, it's like talking about a whole different planet.
We used to play outside till the street lights came on.
We drank straight out of the water hose, ran everywhere, explored, got lost, got hurt, busted our knees, our heads, and our butts. Nobody knew where we were, what we were doing, or who we were with.
I'm Chris Jones. I'm a rocket scientist, a minister, and a girl dad. And I have a theory about why childhood and everything else feels different now. Because gravity hasn't changed, but the price of a trip to the hospital has.
Blue jeans, Jordans, gas, groceries, and health insurance.
Everything is more expensive, and it's scaring us out of risk, innovation, and the joy of life itself. It was more affordable to fall, to fail, to get back up. And our parents trusted America enough to let us run free. Bankruptcy was for gamblers and crooked real estate developers, not middle-class families, not teachers, not cancer patients.
I'm running for Congress because the fall of the American working class wasn't an accident. It was a political decision. Meet my congressman, French Hill, the most powerful banker in America.
He's my opponent, but he's your problem too. He chairs the Financial Services Committee and fights anything that looks like consumer protection. The law to limit overdraft fees to $5.
This is a change that could save American households $5 billion in overdraft charges every year.
French Hill killed it. Yep, they even found a way to make being broke more expensive.
If there's anybody who's got to go, it's him. I'm blessed. I studied hard, earned 2 degrees from Morehouse College, then 2 masters and a PhD from MIT. I married my best friend, who's a combat veteran and an ER doctor. God gave us 3 beautiful daughters, and along that journey, I earned the votes of 319,000 Arkansans who believe we deserve better. I have good news for you. You can still go outside till the street lights come on. We call it organizing. Just you and a few friends fighting for your freedom, standing up for each other. We have 12 months to win this election.
We have a poll that makes this a 1-point race and a grassroots organization that has been growing for 3.5 years.
This district is full of fighters. We're doing the hard work, and we need you to join us.